Next up, who could Godzilla fight? Well, the humanoids growing on his tail. We don't know much about Godzilla's next evolution, his fifth form, the humanoids growing off the tip of his tail. They are, though, external components of Shin Godzilla himself, so I think they would rather be working with Godzilla than against him, unless they wind up having developed their own consciousness and there's some reason they need to take Godzilla down, like he's a threat to them somehow. I just don't see that being the way they go. The point of the ending of Shin Godzilla thematically was that Godzilla was defeated by committee. The entire human race basically bands together to take Godzilla down, and it's just the numbers that overwhelm him. And so in order to overcome that, he must form a committee of his own. He must create the monsters on his tail to take down humanity. I see those monsters operating independently alongside Godzilla. Godzilla's tail does seem to be cooking some sort of massive humanoid creature inside, that could eventually evolve into this humanoid Godzilla that's a much larger version than the ones we see growing on his tail, but I raise the question, why? What does that do for the narrative of Shin Godzilla? How does that push the story forward? What new does that tell us? The only way I could see it working is if the humanoid thing that comes out of his tail is the Goromaki part of Godzilla, and it contains the rage that Goromaki had, and now Godzilla becomes his own independent creature with his own independent thoughts and motives. Those things I could see fighting, like Godzilla taking on this Goromaki humanoid Godzilla. That could be a pretty interesting, compelling fight to see play out. That'd be pretty cool. I just don't see that being the route they go. I think it'd be a little underwhelming, to be honest with you. But I mean, like, giant god warrior appears in Tokyo showed that a humanoid kaiju like that could be pretty cool.